Hey, good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. Sorry about the slight delay. I was having a problem here with my internet. Hopefully, this all has resolved itself and works well. While a few more people are jumping on, I do want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Mike Lindell, who was proven right again. Again, Mike Lindell was proven right. That's not what this video is about, although I did do a video on that earlier today. But China has launched an attack on our critical infrastructure, a cyber attack on our critical infrastructure that has actually taken place. They have, gotten into a bunch of, and you have to remember that our election systems are part of that critical infrastructure. CISA, part of DHS, has told us that all is safe and secure, and yet then things like that happen. So anyways, mypillow.com, promo code Lumberjack, big savings over there. Get some of those towel sheets. Get a down comforter, man. Good stuff. But here's the news, people, and I'm so excited to drop this because I absolutely love these types of stories. Here we go again. No, Philly in the house. Am I coming through? Am I coming through? Smash the like if you would, please. Get this stream out there and chat in with where you're from. Okay? Boom. Man, it's flying across fast. There's a bunch of folks on. Lisa Bailey's on. Good. I got a good mod on, so we are ready to roll. All right. So, I just love this. You people need to understand this is personal for me. I have been personally attacked by Media Matters, okay? Personally. And those of you who haven't followed me all that long don't understand. A lot of my friends were as well. And we've just got a big breaking news story for you here. The Missouri AG. Now, you have to understand the Missouri AG is the very one that's involved in the Missouri versus Biden. That case was brought by the Attorney General of Missouri, and Louisiana joined in on that suit. Okay, New Jersey's in the house. Good to see you. So the Missouri AG has just announced that Media Matters is under investigation. That's right. Andrew Bailey demanded in filings. Okay, so I'm going to just read the actual release here from the Supreme Court building. So Angelo Carusone, that's the president of Media Matters, president and CEO, was sent this notification just today by Andrew Bailey, Attorney General for the state of Missouri. Dear Mr. Carusone, I got some great news on Trump too. I'll get you. Yeah, exactly. The band crew, we were all hit piece by Media Matters. YouTube wiped out most of the channels within the week. Okay, that's what these people are up to. So it's very personal for me. Okay, this letter serves as a formal document. Hold notice under federal and Missouri law. The Missouri Attorney General's office has opened an investigation into Media Matters for America regarding your firm's potentially unlawful business practices. As you are no doubt aware, a federal lawsuit has been filed against Media Matters, raising serious allegations that your firm falsely and deceptively manipulated the algorithm on X, formerly known as Twitter, through coordinated, inauthentic behavior, and that you did so in an attempt to defame the organization and cause advertisers to pull their support from the platform, thus harming free speech. This is huge, people. Never would have happened if Elon Musk hadn't taken over Twitter. Never would have happened if Elon Musk hadn't taken on the lawsuit. And I'm so tired of all these Elon Musk doubters. No, Neil, you don't understand. He's a bad guy. I'm not saying like he's somebody that I'm like idolizing and following my life after, but what this guy is doing for free speech in America, his purchase of Twitter was the single biggest thing for free speech that happened last year and might be the single biggest thing that happens for the 2024 election. Don't kid yourself, okay? So don't go dogging on the guy, man. He's got his issues. We all do. But the fact is, right now, people, we are in a battle. You're either for tyranny or for freedom. That's what's at stake here. Smash that like if you would. Man, this is such great stuff. Okay, so get this. The lawsuit alleges that you lied to the public, falsely suggesting that fringe extremist content regularly appears next to content from corporate advertisers, when in fact the opposite is true. At the same time, you appear to have used this coordinated, inauthentic activity to solicit charitable donations from consumers across the country. I have reason to believe that your firm's alleged actions may have violated Missouri consumer protection laws. That's right. So they're getting them on all fronts right now. And this is so great because Media Matters is a George Soros-funded NGO that is designed to actually control the narrative in the country while they install states, secretaries of states in states, attorney generals in states, and Marxist leftist prosecutors. Okay, George Soros has recognized that the way he can win is not by going after the presidency because his dollars don't give him as good of a return. So what he has done is chosen to go after free speech, to go after leftist attorney generals, to get them installed, leftist AGs, and leftist secretaries of states. That's what's going on, and that's why this is so important and why so much is at stake. Somebody got a 5x5 in Idaho? I'm sure they're talking about elk. My gosh, I love elk hunting. Good to see you on. Anyways, again, please do smash that like. Really does help. I have reason to believe that your firm's alleged actions, get this is so beautiful. Oh, wait. I got to go back up 1 second. At the same time, you appear to have used this coordinated inauthentic activity to solicit charitable donations from consumers across the country. I have reason to believe that your firm's alleged actions may have violated Missouri's consumer protection laws, including laws that prohibit non-profit entities from soliciting funds under false pretenses, e.g., Missouri Rev Stat 407.02. So just tell you the legalese is in there. I am especially concerned that Media Matters actions, if proven true, have hampered free speech by targeting expressly pro-free speech media in an attempt to, my letter went away. Hold on. In an attempt to cause financial harm while defrauding Missourians in the process. So you see this, he's getting them on two things. Number one, you're attempting to silence people who are, proposing a narrative that's different than yours. And then you're also defrauding the people from the state of Missouri in the process. This is so beautiful. You are thus hereby instructed to preserve all records that may relate to your alleged effort to engage in coordinated inauthentic behavior on social media platforms in order to generate false statements that were used to solicit charitable donations under false pretenses. You are instructed, in particular, to preserve all records that may relate to your webpage, which expressly solicit funds at the following URL: MediaMatters.org/Twitter/Musk endorses anti-Semitic conspiracy. Okay, so you have to take this all back to, they produced these fake accounts, which runs in Twitter violation anyways. They created a false narrow algorithm to get their ads to populate up in front of this. And then they went after Elon Musk, and they don't care about anti-Semitism. These are these leftist people who are marching in the streets for Hamas. So don't kid yourself for a second. That's who these people are. Northeast Wisconsin is in the house. People, if you haven't been to Northeast Wisconsin, it's gorgeous. Anyways, records you must preserve include, but are not limited to. This is so good. Oh gosh, this is beautiful. Smash the like if you would, please. Internal communications regarding your strategy to target advertisers on X, formerly known as Twitter, and your efforts to manipulate those advertisers into pulling their ads from the platform. Okay? Communications with third parties regarding your strategy to target advertisers on X, formerly known as Twitter, and your efforts to manipulate those advertisers into pulling their ads from the platform. Communications with IBM. It's people, this is where it gets good. This is naming all the advertisers now. They want the communications that Media Matters had directly, because you need to understand, it wasn't just that they ran a story and then these advertisers found out about it. What Media Matters does is they organize hit pieces. Then they go and reach out to those companies and tell them they're going to organize boycotts against them if they don't kowtow to them, if they don't bend their knee, if they don't bow before the golden calf. Anyways. Communications with IBM, Lionsgate Entertainment, Apple, Disney, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Paramount Gold, NBC Universal, Comcast, Sony, Ubisoft, and Walmart regarding your strategy to target advertisers on X, formerly known as Twitter, and your efforts to manipulate those advertisers into pulling their ads from the platform. By the way, do you know what's gone on as a result of this? Twitter has added over 10 million users this month already. Alex Jones, by the way, I dropped 2 videos today. Please go check them out. The one on Alex Jones, I'm serious, you're going to laugh. I pulled some classic video up in that. You're going to absolutely love it. So there's one on Alex Jones. He's back on Twitter with now 1.5 million subscribers. I was like number 70-some thousand, and he's already up to 1.5 million, okay? That's going great. Then in addition to that, I launched another video because China has gone after our critical infrastructure. Hi, Abigail. My daughter's in the background there. Anyways, let's see. We've got also internal communications regarding your policies, strategies, or operations related to generating stories or content intended to cancel, deplatform, demonetize, or otherwise interfere with businesses or organizations located in Missouri or utilized by Missouri residents. I wish they would add YouTube to that list as well, because you can't tell me. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that Media Matters was coordinating with YouTube when they went after my channel and the channels of my friends. Okay, so this is like I said, this is personal for me. It's absolutely fantastic. If you just jumped on, the Attorney General of Missouri, the same one that launched the Missouri versus Biden lawsuit, is now launched a new investigation into Media Matters, which is the George Soros-funded leftist hack organization that goes after trying to silence conservative voices or any other form of truth teller. They're probably going to try and censor and silence RFK. Anybody that doesn't promote their far leftist woke-tard agenda that they are out to destroy the country with. The same people that fund, like George Soros, who fund these leftist prosecutors. Your obligation to preserve evidence extends to documents kept in any form, both physical and electronic. This includes letters, emails, instant messages, text messages, drafts, informal files, desk files, handwritten notes, faxes, memoranda, forms, calendar entries, address book entries, and voicemails. Your obligation applies to both hard copy documents and electronic ones, including those kept on computers, laptops, tablets, smartphones, and any other electronic device, including both work and personal devices, personal email accounts, and personal computers and tablets. Please ensure that all employees and contractors of Media Matters are aware of their obligations to preserve evidence in this case. God, this is great. Hey, if you're new to the channel, 1,157 of them beyond, a few of you got to be new, so please do subscribe. Look at my chat here. We have the best audience on YouTube, and I've got the best mods too. So anyways, yeah, please do. Yeah, 1,100 watching and only 600 likes. Please do smash the like. It really does help get the stream out. So that's big news. So this is going on right now. In addition to that, I'll give you a cut. Do you guys want a little bit more news, or do you want me just to, is that what you came for? Because I can give you a little bit more. Yes or no? More news. Let's see. I'm just trying to increase the chat rate. I'll just give you a little insight into what I'm doing here. Just give me a yes or a no, because it will help increase the chat rate, which helps increase the spread of the stream. And Michelle, yeah, LOL, yes, more. All right, good. All right, I'll give you more. So Jack Smith, okay, the DOJ has just filed a motion to hide January 6 documents in Trump's case discovery. Now, you would have to ask yourself, why on earth would Jack Smith want to hide anything in terms of documents over the January 6th Trump case discovery? Why would he want to do that? Because, my word, you would think he'd want all of this out because Trump is guilty of sin. They've got to get the information out. But instead, they obfuscate and they block and they censor. This is what they do. This is what the left does because they don't want that information out there. But here's what you've got going on. You have to understand this. You've got some very different, distinct cases with very different, distinct judges. So Eileen Cannon down in Florida is going to allow for greater discovery, where Chutkan is going to shut it down. By the way, Chutkan scheduled that trial for March, okay? Not even 1 year for the defense to prepare. Now, think about that in terms of when you look at these January 6 cases that have drug on for how long? One of them, 3 years now, and they still haven't even, brought the guy to court. Right to a speedy trial is non-existent there. Right to prep for a defense is non-existent here. This is unbelievable. You would think they would need more time to come up with all their evidence, okay? Anyways, okay, now here, get this. And this was even covered in the Wall Street Journal today. So this is getting good. When the Wall Street Journal, which is typically for the neocons, runs a headline like this, you've got to wonder what's going on. Trump takes 2024 lead as Biden approval hits new low, Wall Street Journal poll finds. President Biden's political standing is at its weakest point of his presidency, a new Wall Street Journal poll finds, with voters giving him lowest job performance marks in favoring Donald Trump for the first time in a head-to-head test of the likely 2024 presidential matchup. So you need to understand that there have been a lot of polls that have favored Trump, but the Wall Street Journal polls have not, and now even that one's tilted. And these polls typically, Wall Street Journal polls, typically favor the left. So I just want you to know this is monumental. And every time Trump continues to advance more and more and more in the lead, this is showing now a situation where Trump is now taking Michigan, taking Pennsylvania, taking all these key states. And it's one of the reasons the left is freaking out so bad and trying to censor everybody so bad and continues to push the prosecutions against Trump. Again, if you would, please smash the like. And if you're new, please subscribe. Now, listen to this. Biden lags behind Trump 4 percentage points, 47 to 43 on a hypothetical ballot with only those two candidates. But get this. Remember when we all thought that, Robert F. Kennedy's going to take votes from the Trump camp? Listen to this. Trump's lead expands to 6 points, 37 to 31, when 5 potential third-party and independent candidates are added to the mix. They take a combined 17% of support, with Democrat-turned-independent Robert F. Kennedy Jr. drawing the most at 8%. So actually, it turns out that Robert F. Kennedy is not, because so many people have said that this was designed to take Trump down, but actually, when Robert F. Kennedy joins, the numbers jump more in favor of President Trump. Real quickly, I'm going to finish this up, but give me 30 seconds here. I got to mention, I got a new sponsor. Okay, and for those who don't know, I've been demonetized enough to know that I needed to get some sponsors. So Midas Gold Group, MidasGoldGroup.com, if you're interested in that. Okay, you don't have to be. I like the stuff. I buy it. I see precious metals as a valuable resource. I also buy lead, okay? Because, it has been proven throughout the course of history that in times of crisis, ammo has a high value. So I certainly encourage that. Somebody commented on that the other day. But the fact of the matter is, in general trading, pieces of silver and gold have always been a standard. So if the world does go to heck in a handbasket, I'm going to have guns, ammo, gold, and silver. And I'm going to get my gold from Midas Gold Group, MidasGoldGroup.com, because they're veteran owners, not commissioned salespeople. And that's who you're talking to when you buy it. All right? Fair enough? Y'all got the message, MidasGoldGroup.com. If you do mention that I sent you over, you can get some free silver with a qualifying order. All right? Thank you for supporting my sponsors. That's how we're getting this show done. Unhappiness with Biden is pervasive in the new survey, though much of it appears among Democratic-leaning groups who might still back the president on Election Day. Only 23% of voters say Biden's policies have helped them personally, while 53% say they have been hurt by the president's agenda. By contrast, about half of voters say Trump's policy when he was president helped them personally, more than the 37% who say they were hurt. Now, that's such a misnomer, because how was anybody hurt by Trump's policies when he was president economically, okay? There was nobody who was hurt economically by Trump's policies. The economy roared back in such a magnificent fashion. I'll never forget 2019, the year before they launched the COVID pandemic. It was epic. I was selling video projects to companies. So I'm a videographer and photographer by trade, and my art at art shows. I cannot remember a better year of sales of that stuff. I mean, everybody was excited. The optimism was there and alive. So the only people who think that Trump might have hurt them on their policies are woketards who can't accept the truth. Okay? Who's going to be Trump's VP? Somebody asked. I have no idea. I actually like Ben Carson. I hope it is Ben Carson. I think he adds a lot to the ticket. For all the right reasons. I'll get into that on another day. By contrast, about half of voters say Trump's policies when he was president helped them, 37% who say they were hurt. Some 37% approve of Biden's job performance. 37% people. He is down to almost 1/3 of the country approving of his job performance. By the way, if you just jumped on the stream, you can go back and listen to the first part. That's where I covered the breaking story. Right now we're on to some other things. Okay, Bidenomics, the president's signature economic platform, is viewed favorably by less than 30% of voters and unfavorably by more than half. Biden is in an absolute wreck. So then the question is, what do the Democrats do? I'm going to give you a really crazy scenario that could actually happen. Okay, this isn't a good scenario. I just want you to know. But just follow with me here a second. You guys know I like to do positive news, but I want to give you some other possible outcomes. Cape Town, South Africa is in. One of my best friends is from Cape Town, South Africa. He lives here in the U.S. now. His name's Earl, but anyways, I just saw that. I'm going to break from this to give you a really crazy story. One day, Earl was out. You know how people jug for turtles? They'll put out milk jugs and then put a hook on it and jug for turtles, it's called. Well, Earl tried jugging for sharks. I'm not even kidding you. So they went out and baited a 55-gallon oil drum, okay? And they put the bait on there, and they're just waiting out there in a small boat. And all of a sudden, this shark comes up, and it grabs onto the hook. And then it's got the oil drum, and it starts swimming down. They see the oil drum just disappear. At first it starts moving around, and then the shark freaks out and goes down in the water. They see the oil drum just disappearing in the water. And then eventually the shark gets tired, right? Because there's too much resistance with this oil drum. And then they're sitting there in their boat. I don't know how deep the shark had gone. They're sitting there in the boat, and all of a sudden they see the oil drum coming back up in the water, and the shark is still hooked to it. And it had gone down so far, and the pressure had built up so much that the oil drum launched out of the water and hauled the shark with it. And it went right over their boat and landed in the other side of the ocean. And they got the heck out of there so fast, they couldn't stand it. It's just an amazing story. Somebody super chatted me $50. Ben Greider, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. Maybe you liked my shark story, but anyways, it was awesome. What a great story. I could give you guys some other funny stories too, but so he's at an all-time low, but here's the scenario I'm going to lay out before you. Since Chutkin just lined up that March trial date, right? We could literally see a conviction of Trump this summer, because he's going to get it out of that court. I mean, I don't see another way. I'm not trying to be a downer here, people. I'm just telling you. Now, he'll appeal it, okay? And I believe he wins on appeal. But he is going to be charged in that court. Now, so far, what we have seen is Trump growing in popularity the more the deep state pursues him, right? The more the deep state tries to take him out, the more support we see building for Trump. But that may change with a conviction. There is polling that shows internals that Trump does start faltering with a conviction. Again, I'm not trying to be a bearer of bad news. I'm just trying to give you a scenario. That could happen then. And then Joe Biden, obviously, with these polling numbers, is going to lose. It's to the point where Joe Biden's so bad off in these numbers that not only can he not get 81 million votes. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's funny to say that. Okay. Not only can he not get 81 million votes, he can't get 60 million. And at some point, you're going to run out of voter rolls, people. Okay, it's what's going on. But then who do they replace him with? Actually, I'm curious for my audience, right in the chat right now, who do you think that they're going to replace Biden with if they do replace him? I don't see how they can run him, okay? He should be in the Hall of Fame, really still not voting for Joe Biden in November. Seriously, who do you guys think that they're going to run? Okay, Michelle Obama, Newsom, Big Mike, Newsom. That's kind of the general theory. Everybody's thinking it's Big Mike or Newsom, gruesome Newsom. I don't know if Newsom has that much play outside of California. I honestly don't know how well he will play in those Rust Belt states that they still need to win. And Susan Rice, Hillary, she does say she wants back in. So lots of thoughts on this. Thank you so much for giving me your thoughts there. But the findings deliver the latest shock for Biden and Democrats, some of whom have openly fretted about the 81-year-old president's stamina and increasingly played up warnings of a 77-year-old Trump's potential return. Now, if you'll notice, though, the problem they're having with this is they're trying to use age then against Trump when their guy is 4 years older. And then you have to realize that Trump is actually mentally sharp and still able to complete sentences when he's out there. 156 million votes for Biden. I called it. By the way, people, Roy is one of the best follows on Twitter. And if you're not on Twitter, you can join up. Follow my link down below. You can check out my Twitter account, and then you can find Roy through mine. Roy is absolute sarcasm, man. It is just nonstop entertainment with Roy on Twitter. Okay, I mean, he doesn't have a big following. He just happens to be one of my best follows. He's absolutely hilarious. Anyways, so people know things were thriving under Trump, and now they're just losing their cookies, man. Here it is. I'm going to hold this up for you just so you can see how bad. This is, again, a Wall Street Journal poll, not a poll typically sympathetic to conservatives. And you can see those red lines. That's Trump every single category. I'll give you the categories right now. Economy, Trump 52, Biden 35. Inflation, we've got Trump 51, Biden 30. Crime, Trump 47, Biden 30. That's ridiculous. I can't even believe Biden would get a 30% on crime. I suppose leftists think because he's pursuing J6 people that he's good on crime. That must be it. Border security, not even close. We've got Trump sitting at 54% and Biden on border security at 24%. This is going to tell you something. People, here you go. Here's a battle plan for you, okay? For you, as you are talking to people. Border security is happening to be one of the biggest issues again. And we can make it a bigger issue. You can make it a bigger issue by constantly sharing the concerns of border security on your social media platforms. But more importantly, people, as you talk to people one-on-one, share your concerns about border security. It is so important, okay? That is so imperative that you continue to bring that message to the forefront through social media and through your friendships. Also the economy, also inflation, also crime. Okay? On all those fronts and the endless wars. If you continue to do that, keep the main focus, because they'll try to distract you with every other story. Bob Menendez 2024. I love the sarcasm over here. But keep those interests at the forefront. And please talk to people one-on-one. Don't just rely on social media. Every time I go out and talk to people at the gym, I am winning hearts and minds if they aren't already supporting Trump. Every time I go to the gas station. I mean, I talked to a veteran law enforcement officer who is not pro-Trump, but I think he's going to vote for Trump anyways, because the fact is, as we talk through the issues, everything else is so terrible. He may not be Trump's biggest fan, but he will vote for Trump over what the left is promoting right now. So we've got to continue hammering home the message, because if we lose it in 2024, people, I think we've lost America for good. And you may disagree. I don't know if you agree or disagree. Please comment in the chat whether you agree or disagree with me. But I believe if we lose the election in 2024, I think it's over for America. I'm very concerned about it. Tone in politics. Listen to this. Tone in politics. Trump 31%, Biden 37%. So people are giving Biden a better tone in politics. I'm going to tell you something, people. Tone in politics is not enough to win the election when people are suffering the economy, inflation, crime, border security, and endless wars. That's it. Those are your 5 subjects to talk to everybody about. Economy, inflation, crime, border security, endless wars. That's it. Repeat that message over and over and over again till Election Day through social media and through one-on-one conversation. Everybody's agreeing with me on that. That's great. Economy, inflation, crime, border security, endless wars. That's it. Economy, inflation, crime, border security, endless wars. I just repeat it over and over and over and over again. People, nothing is in the bag until it's over. Get everyone you can to the polls. Get everyone you can voting. This is the day and age where to win by 2, you got to win by 10. Okay, it's just what is. All right, win, win, win. Okay, all we can do is win. Okay. Yeah. People are going on, oh, well, gas prices are coming down. People, you're going to see a lot of things happen right immediately before the election. Don't forget what they've done to you the last 3 years, and remind everybody what they've done to them the last 3 years. Remember before the 2022 elections. Okay. Remember this and remind people of this. Remember before the 2022 elections, how Biden robbed the Strategic Petroleum Reserve? Do you guys all remember this? Biden robbed the Strategic Petroleum Reserve so that he could get gas prices to come down enough so that they could win some seats in 2022. He also then went on about how he was going to, do the whole college loan forgiveness. Remember that? Oh, yeah. Why? So he could win votes, even though he couldn't even do it. You need to understand that they will do everything, throw everything they can at this, but remind them of what they've experienced over the last 3 years on the economy, inflation, crime, border security, and endless wars. That's the message you hit. You hit it over and over and over again. One of the keys of marketing and branding is that you continue to hit the same message. You have to be known for your brand. So make Joe Biden's brand known. All right. Again, please support my sponsor, MyPillow, MyPillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack. Get some of these great towels. They're all wrapped up in a bow for you. And go check out MidasGoldGroup.com. Buy people gold for Christmas. They'll love you for that. All right. MyPillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack or MyPillow.com/Lumberjack. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Lumberjack Logic, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.